Hey everybody, welcome back to Pandemic Gaga's cooking show. I was getting ready, or in the middle of, fixing some potatoes, and I thought of you guys. So, I'm going to start you midstream and let me catch you up first what I did. I took my pan, oven ready pan, and I lined it in heavy foil. Just let it go over the top a little bit. And I do this simply because scallop potatoes or cheesy potatoes, whatever you want to call them, are easily stuck to the bottom because so much cheese. And I don't like to scrape, as you guys all know. So I put this foil in my pan, and I won't have to wash my pans. I'll just rinse it out and be done and put it up. And I did go ahead and spray my foil just so it wouldn't stick to that. And I peeled some potatoes and cut them about that thick. I peeled, in this bowl I have 4 potatoes that are approximately that big. Well, actually some of them were smaller than that. But, you know, I'll have some leftovers probably, so that'll be okay. Now, what I'm going to do is, so I've got all my potatoes peeled, okay? And like I said before, you don't have to peel them, you just have to wash them. And I've got them cut. And so I just plopped them in here and just kind of leveled them out. No particular way, just make sure they're kind of level and everything. And now I'm going to put, this is so easy, y'all. I use a lot of Velveeta cheese when I cook. If you want to use other cheese, it's not going to matter. But I'm going to slice some slices of Velveeta cheese. Cheese cutter. Gotta have one of these, cheese slicer, in your kitchen. Because it's just so much easier to cut the Velveeta and the harder cheeses or whatever. But I'm just going to layer this on here. I don't worry about how thick or thin it is. See, that's, or how pretty it looks, because all it's going to do is melt. But I'm quite liberal with the cheese. I love cheese. Y'all doing okay? Hope you had a good day. So, I'm just going to put some of these on here, and I'll put an extra one for good luck. And then I will slice a piece free. That's always fun. Where's my claw? I have a claw. Now, so there's that. Got it? Now, here's what you do. You put a splash of milk in, a couple of splashes of milk in. So I'm just going to put some here. That's probably more than what I needed. I didn't use much. I mean, it's like 1/16 of a cup or something. I mean, it's not much. Just 2 or 3 splashes, and that will get you going. Now, I am going to, you can put what you want on. You can slice some onion up in here. I'm lazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little salt. I'm going to put some onion powder. I'm kind of liberal with that. I'm going to put some garlic pepper. Garlic pepper. Garlic powder. And if you want to just put garlic salt and leave the regular salt and the regular garlic off, you can. I'm going to put crushed red peppers. Michael says I always put too many, but can't seem to help myself. Hope I didn't already teach you how to cook this. I'll check and see. And then I'm going to add some, get that loose in there because I keep it in the fridge, some Parmesan cheese, just to give a little extra taste. Da-da! If you want to add a little, like, half a tablespoon of butter, you can. I'm not. Then you take your foil, another piece of foil, Oh, I'm back. And you cover it up. Set your oven on 350, because you know that's just a good place to start. There you go. Done. That didn't take long, did it, guys? We'll stick that in the oven. It's going to take it probably, I would allow for an hour and a half to cook. I will leave it in there for an hour, and then I will pull it out and set it on a hot pad and open it up and take a peek, and I will get a spoon and kind of stir it a little bit where the cheese will not just be on top but all through it and get mixed in with the milk and all. And I will check my potatoes, see how well they're cooking. As far as that, I will take my spoon, and after I stir them, let's just go ahead and get a spoon. After I've stirred them, because this will all be melted and liquidy and everything, I will not necessarily stir them, but I will take my spoon in there and just kind of flip them over some, and that'll get all mixed in there good. And then before I get done, I will press down on one of the pieces of potato and see if it goes easy or hard. You know, if it's hard, it's still not done. If it goes a little easier, it's getting close to done. Or hell, who knows, maybe it's done. Take a bite and see. But your potatoes have to get soft. You don't want them to get all, you don't want to stir them where they get all, you don't want mashed cheesy potatoes, which I guess you could do if you wanted to. But you just want to more flip them to keep them the solid cut that you started with. And then you just pop this right back on there, pop it back in the oven, and if they were getting close to done, I'd give them another 15 minutes and check them again to see if the potatoes are soft. If it looks like they're too milky and you need a little more cheese, we'll just cut you off a couple of more pieces of cheese and put on top. If they look too dry, add a splash or so of milk, and pop them back in the oven and check them again in 15 minutes, and then you can judge from there. Take them out and let them set. They can set for a few, just if you'll leave your foil on and everything, you can let them set for a while. If you want to, it won't matter. And if you want them to stay really hot for a little while, when they get done, take a dish towel, and don't have it on the eye because it might accidentally get turned on, but set it on your counter on a hot pad and just put a towel over it, and that will help keep the heat in also. I use towels a lot, like Thanksgiving and when I'm having dinners where we're trying to cook a lot of stuff and everything, you know, can't necessarily cook at the same time. So towels always help. Sometimes I'll get a good clean bath towel and wrap it top and bottom all the way around it to keep it hot. Tuck it in good. And that'll work. Now don't forget, new cooks, when you take this foil off, when you take it out of the oven, steam is hot. So be careful, you'll burn your little fingers. Oh, yes you will. Well, that was a nice and quiet, quick cooking show. Anything else I can tell you? I just thought of something. Do you know you can freeze milk? Oh, you get an extra gallon of milk. Like sometimes when I'm shopping online, I will forget I'd ordered some milk and I'll end up coming home with more than I needed. If you will come home and you will pour out, I don't mean throw away, but pour out into a milk jug that's about empty, or into a glass to drink that night or whatever, and pour out about this much milk. See, it's coming about right there, about like that. And then put your top back on it, and you can stick it in the freezer, and you can freeze it for a while. I guess the longest I've froze any is like 6 weeks. Now don't panic when you get it out. Now this is 2% milk, but when you get it out, or even if you look at it in the freezer after it's frozen, it will have a yellow cast to it. Pretty good yellow cast to it, but that's okay. Thaw it out. It takes a while. It takes, if it's been in the freezer for, 6 a hard freeze on it, it's going to take a while to thaw it out. And what I usually do is let it set on my counter for several hours or in my sink, and then I'll stick it back in the fridge, and I'll kind of shake it up to get it loosened up, and it can take a couple days to actually get it thawed out. So, but you can do that, and that way your milk won't go bad if you accidentally have too much milk, or if you get a good bargain. Of course, you guys with little kids, Lord knows how much milk you poor people use. Anyway, I hope you've had a good day. Kind of quiet today, aren't I? Don't know what to tell you about that. But I love you. I'm glad you joined me today. Have some nice hot cheesy potatoes, and have a good dinner, okay? Talk to you later. Bye.